Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today on this episode, we need to get back to basics because a lot of times, because I've been doing this for so long, I tend to overlook the very basic beginner type topics like choosing the right rod and reel setup. And recently I've got a lot of questions from viewers that are new to the sport and they're looking to buy one rod and reel setup that can do just about anything in bass fishing so they don't have to break the bank getting introduced to the sport. And so I think that is a great topic. I've already done this topic several other times, but it is worth revisiting and going over it. And my preferences have changed a little bit over the years. And on this video, we're really gonna be focusing on bait casting gear, a bait casting setup. So rod and reel in the bait casting category, because even though most people, when they start fishing, they really get used to spinning gear first, bait casting setup really is more versatile for the wide range of different scenarios that you're going to be faced with in bass fishing. I really do think that a bait casting setup is the ultimate for bass fishing overall. And so that's why I'm going to be focusing on that today on this video. So first off, let's start with the rod. Okay, again, we are looking for a rod that is going to be extremely versatile. You can use in a lot of different situations. You can fish, heavy cover. You can fish open water. You can fish top water. You can fish things on the bottom and everything in between. You can use monofilament, fluorocarbon, braided line, all those different things on that rod. That's what we want. We want to be able to get the most mileage out of one rod, get the most bang for our buck. So the best rod in bass fishing is a rod that every manufacturer makes, okay, because it is so versatile. And essentially that rod is something in the 7-foot 3-inch range. So anywhere from 7 foot to 7 foot 3 inches, and sometimes even a 7 foot 4, but is a medium heavy power, 100% graphite blank, and has a fast action to it, okay? That 7.3 medium heavy rod, like this Fitzgerald Versa Series rod, is the best all-around bass fishing rod. You can fish a Carolina rig with it, you can fish a Texas rig, you can fish jigs, you can flip and pitch light cover with it, you can fish a topwater frog, you fish any topwater, you can do everything with this rod. Now, it's not always gonna be the best, like big swim baits, it's not gonna be great for that. It's not gonna be awesome for fishing over real thick vegetation or pulling bass out of real thick vegetation. But overall, you can pretty much throw any presentation with this rod and be fairly successful with it. So very, very versatile. It's something that you can carry to a farm pond or fish it in the middle of the lake on a boat and be very successful. In fact, to kind of prove my point, this 7.3 medium heavy Versa is a rod that I've got the most of. Every single year that I get more rods from Fitzgerald, I order at least a quarter of my allotment in the 7.3 medium heavy Versa because it's just so good. So that is the rod that you really want to choose, regardless of brand. Again, you can find it with any brand. As long as it's in that 7 to 7.3 range, medium heavy, full graphite, fast action, that is the rod that you want for bass fishing overall. Now, as far as a reel that also is very versatile, again, there's so many different brands out there that make great reels. The one thing I will suggest is I really believe in that $125 to $170 range when it comes to my casting reels. That seems to be like kind of the sweet spot where, you still have the value, but you're getting some of the high performance features like, more ball bearings, better components in general, those sort of things. So look for a reel in the $125 range to $170 range. Pretty much all manufacturers make a reel in that price range, and they're usually really good. I can't speak for every reel out there, but I've had a lot of really good reels in that price range. The main thing that you want to look for is a reel that has a gear ratio. Okay, so how many times the spool spins per crank of the rod, the reel handle, a gear ratio in the 7 range, okay? The most popular bass fishing gear ratios range from 6 to around 8, and they've gone up to like 9. But 7, right in the middle, seems to be a really solid gear ratio for overall success with all different techniques out there. So I like a 7.2 to 1 gear ratio reel. This is the Fitzgerald VLD10, great reel. And so as long as you find a reel that is in that $125 range to $170 and it has that gear ratio, that's going to be a solid reel that you can grow with and you're going to have for many, many years. And paired with that 7 to 7 foot 3 inch medium heavy fast action rod, that is the perfect combo for bass fishing for pretty much anything that you want to do. So anyways, guys, if you guys are new to the sport of bass fishing, please drop a comment below with any questions or if there's a topic that you want me to cover in a future video. And other than that, make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm going to have all the products that I talked about in this video in the description below. And other than that, make sure you trust the process, and I'm going to see you out on the water.